Okay, well, I guess it's time to do some damage control because the Canadian hardcore elite are coming after me. Now, you know, I'm in the middle of editing Pit Pros 100, the 100th edition of my show, Pit Pros. Now, if you're not familiar with that show, that's a show where I take footage from mosh pits around the world, and I call it kind of like it's professional wrestling. I gotta give little nicknames, I name the moves, and you know, it's not really made in a controversial spirit. You know, it's not malicious, it's all in good fun and to celebrate the culture that I grew up in. But some people happen to be seeing it in a different way and are calling me out for it for some reason. So today I had to stop editing Pit Pros 100. I had to put that on the back burner, which is a huge milestone on this channel. 100 episodes of Pit Pros. People are coming back to watch this show, to have a good time, to have a good laugh. They know they're getting some goofs, they know they're getting some gaffes, they're having a wacky, good, fun old time, and it's never rubbed anybody the wrong way. Well, that's kind of a lie. It's rubbed a couple people the wrong way, and they all happen to be like the cool kids of the scene, you know? The absolute gatekeepers, the friend collectors amongst us, you know? They want to be seen with the right people at the right time, and it's all about politics and reputation for these people, so they think they're gonna come onto the internet and throw me under the bus, not realizing that I have a goddamn YouTube channel and a voice. And what makes me so confident to make this response video is that I know that they're lying, and that I know that these are bad faith takes. Now, I've had conflicts with cool kids in the scene from coast to coast. We're talking in New York with Harley Flanagan and Marauder, and in California, let's talk about the holy trinity of Tsunami Gulch and Drain, all bound by the cancerous Mike Dirt. And now we're right here on home soil. Hey ladies, Dan Frampton here. With all that being said, what am I talking about? Well, let's just dive into it here. Now, I will be blocking out all the names because I don't want these people to get any more attention than they deserve, and I also don't want them to get any harassment for these awful takes that they clearly just posted onto the internet. And right now, I had two options. I could ignore this, I could avoid this and have this fly under the radar. You know, it wouldn't make that big of a difference, it's not that big of a bleep. Or I could risk having this like Streisand effect up in my face and signal more hatred onto myself, because I know this right here is a bunch of bullshit. So this story was posted by somebody that I follow. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna say who it is, but I don't want you to hit your head on the way out of this video. I'm gonna hold my ground here on this post and do a little bit of damage control, but I'm not gonna mention who posted this. So this story goes up. This just in, man who doesn't believe women can mosh uses them for YouTube content, clown face emoji, and then we got a couple comments, but we'll break that down a little bit later. So let's just go into this. You're accusing me. Okay, so now you got to know that you're accusing somebody of something publicly. So the onus of proof is on you. I don't have to be like, no, I'm not that thing. Here's the reason why. If you got the receipts, show them to me. If you got the clips, show them to me. But I want the clip where it specifically says that I don't believe women can mosh, because that's not true. I am pro everybody on Pit Pros. And I know the video you're talking about here because it's right here. It's the newest Tsunami video that is only 51 seconds long. Now, there's a reason why it's only 51 seconds long. If you're familiar with my show, you know it's between 6 and maybe 20 minutes of mosh pit action. But I only got 51 seconds out of the scoped 5-year anniversary set of Tsunami. That's Tsunami coming to Canada. This was an opportunity for us to showcase how much we can slam out there, and we didn't do so much slamming. I only got 51 seconds of usable clips. Now, I don't cherry pick my clips and go, I need a woman here, I need a fat person here, I need a muscular person here, I need this and I need that. That's not how it goes. I clip what I see, and whatever's the most impressive is gonna what catches my eye, and whatever I can say the most about is what's gonna make the fucking show. It's basic principles of entertainment. And on top of all that, this is a celebration of what's going on here. This isn't to call it out or make fun of it. And most people seem to get that. And it happens to be the people that like their nicknames. Because when people don't like their nicknames, they don't want to fuck with it at all. There was this one example of a guy, he saw himself in the thumbnail and was so stoked to watch it. Was like, I'm gonna share this with all my homies. I'm gonna be so stoked about this. And then after he watched it, radio silence. Because I know he didn't dig that nickname. So this is the most bad faith take there is. This is a lie stacked on top of a fallacy. So a man who doesn't believe women can mosh, I'm gonna need to see that clip and that proof, uses them for YouTube content. Everybody gets clipped. It's clear that you don't watch my videos. So, with all that being said, and you being sufficiently debunked, let's move on to these comments here, shall we? Bruh, the fact that you're using me in this footage in your video makes me wish I was dead because you are such a square. Such a square? See, that's a pretty nice insult you got there, daddy-o. What fucking era are you from? Get a fucking time machine and go back to where that would actually fucking hurt someone's feelings. And then also telling me you wish you were dead? Well, okay, I can get behind that sentiment. This is a very based comment. Imagine having to use women moshing to make content. You loser, laughing my ass off. I used the fucking slams from that video, and there wasn't a lot going around. There was a big empty space there in the front, and I was trying to avoid showing that. But, you know, I had to show something because it was tsunami in Canada and it was a monumental moment. And I thought being like the narrative of tsunami destroying this place in less than a minute was a great route to go. But it still made people come out here and say these things. Now, if you go to my channel, I deleted these comments. And I think that deleting comments like this is based because, this is just a bunch of bullshit. Now, if you're coming at me and you're criticizing me or you have a really, really solid roast, I'm going to leave that there. But because this is just a bunch of fucking bad take bullshit, and I don't want anybody watching my shit to see this shit, you know? And this is like my public square or whatever, so I can get rid of whatever the fuck I want. But I'm not gonna complain about the fact that you have the right to make this story and to make these claims. You have all the right to do that. But you gotta know, if you're coming out here lying about me and spreading kind of like misinformation that I'm a misogynist, kind of a sexist incel, that's kind of like the vibes that you're trying to like throw at me right now, I gotta defend myself. And I have no idea why it happens to be the cool kids, the top of the pyramid, that gets so angry about what I'm doing. Like, I have less than 3,000 subscribers. This isn't going out to a whole bunch of people, and it isn't really influencing the actual scene that you're in. You know, I don't understand why you get so upset about this sort of stuff. But I do make this show understanding that the bands and the people in the videos might not exactly love what I'm doing. But it is 100% fair use. I do have the right to do it. And it's a completely unique concept that I should be allowed to do without being thrown under the bus like this. And I'm not out here to get on the other side of that gate. You know, that gate that you're like holding down so tightly. And I'm not out here to try to collect friends to be seen with the coolest people and be like, hey, I'm at the Drain merch table because I'm a big, cool, hardcore guy. That isn't the kind of game that I play because, quite frankly, that's a pathetic game. You can throw all these low-level fucking insults at me, but you gotta understand that they're the least clever things that you can say about a YouTuber coming on here and calling me a fucking incel. I deleted these comments because, again, bullshit. It's like, you're an incel. Bye-bye now. Have fun not being in my comment section, you piece of crap. But the biggest bummer of this whole thing is I had a ticket to a show, a ticket that I bought a long time ago when I saw it come together. It was the Hold Your Ground pre-show. I wasn't interested in the main show. I was interested in the pre-show. And now I'm not going to it, so I gave you like fucking $25 for no reason. But still, if you piece together all the clues of who might have thrown me under the bus, I don't want you to go to their page and say anything about it. You know, you can make your own post. You have all the right to make your own post, but I don't want you to go to their pages and, you know, harass them and call them incels or squares or whatever, because that is cringe as fuck. Like, sending a hate mob my way, that is ridiculous. And it was like 3 people. You can do better than that. Okay, so this is gonna be the conclusion. Where are we at right now? And what I'm thinking is, I'm not interested in having like a conversation, like a mature discourse between 2 people, because what you did was fucking bullshit and I hated it and I don't give you the respect of my time. But what you can do is provide me with the proof that I said that women can't mosh. And shit, if you can make a better video out of that tsunami footage, be my guest. That would be something that would also shut me up. But until then, you're calling out a YouTuber who like thrives in the petty, who loves drama, and someone who's been in the down and dirty with fucking Harley Flanagan of the Cro-Mags and countless others. But what I'm really most pissed about is that you distracted me from Pit Pros 100. What a huge milestone, and you interrupted me with drama, with petty nonsense that I could have been focusing on my stuff? off? No, I got roped back into some drama, back into some internet beef with the cool kids of the hardcore scene. So you can go back to gatekeeping, you can go back to collecting your little friends and being in a little group of people that is like, hey, look at these people that I'm finally in a group with. I was looking at them on the Instagram for so long and they look so cool and now I'm friends with them. Look, I booked a show with them, I paid them money to come to my show. That means I'm friends with them. Fuck you, eat shit, I'm right, you're wrong, bye.